Hello and welcome to DMBFX trading tutorial. So today we're going to look at the Euro USD template that we have in place to basically identify both trade opportunities and to minimize the risk while we're trading. We're going to first of all look at different aspects of the template that will basically help make you better decisions about your trading and obviously to maximize your profit while you're trading. So we're going to first of all look at the pair's relationship to the long-term moving average to basically determine where the price is headed. We're going to also look at in which zone the price is currently in the DMBFX zones. We're going to also look at which pair is in control. Is it the euro in control or is it the US dollar in control? And finally, we're going to have a look at the probability indicator to basically see whether or not the buyers or sellers are in control. So let's start. Now, obviously, first of all, we're going to start off by looking at the relationship to the long-term moving average. Now, as you can see, the blue line here is the pair's long-term moving average. And it's quite clear pretty much when you look at the chart that the price is far below the long-term moving average. Okay, now obviously if you go back a bit, you'll see that it was pretty much in line with the long-term moving average, and slowly but surely it started to fall down. Now typically what happens is that if the price action is far below or above the long-term moving average, normally what happens is that it normally gravitates back to it, so it goes back to it. So if we, for an example, look at the 4-hour chart or the daily chart, for an example, you'll see that normally when it's gone down, it's usually gone up again. And here, as you can see, it's had a pretty much upswing here, and it's gone down again. Okay, so what we can basically look at is that the euro is obviously far below the long-term moving average. Now, by the same token, if we look at where the price is in terms of the DMBFX bands, you'll see that the price is currently in one of the buy zones. Now, you remember how we talked about the buy zones and the sell zones? You have the buy zones here. You have the buy zone 1, for an example. Down here, you have the buy zone 2, and then you had the buy zone 3. Now, obviously, the Euro USD is currently in the buy zone 3, as you can see here. And obviously, you had the sell zone 1, 2, and 3 here as well. Now, if we move on, in the indicator down here, you'll obviously will see who is in control at the moment. Okay, and as you can see right now, there is a divergence, which means that the pairs are moving away from each other. Now here you'll see that the green line is the euro and the red line is the dollar. Okay, now you'll see clearly that the euro is going upwards. So in other words, there is a divergence taking place at the moment, with the euro going up, trending upwards, and the dollar is going down, it's trending downwards. Okay, and if we have a closer look at this, underneath it here, for an example, you'll see that the euro has been trending down from the long-term moving average, which is the black line here, and is slowly but surely tilting upwards. Okay, and by the same token, if you look at the dollar here, you'll see that there's been periods when it's been way up the long-term moving average and it's been down, and obviously for the past time it has been down. Okay, it's been below the black long-term moving average line here. Okay, and if we move on, you'll obviously see here the fifth one is the probability indicator, which basically tells a bit more about who's in control. Is it the buyers in control, or are the sellers in control? Now obviously, much like with the RSI, you'll see that the green line here is the buyers and the red line here is the sellers. And obviously, much like with the RSI previously, you'll see that we have the overbought territory up here, and then we have the oversold territory down here, and in between we obviously have the neutral. So the USD is currently in neutral, and we have the buyers, which is the green line, is basically in control at the moment, and it's going up. So what this all means is basically that because the Euro USD, the pair, is far below the long-term moving average and it's currently in the buy zone, it maybe can give you a hint that because it will slowly but surely start gravitating towards the long-term moving average, that it might give you an opportunity to buy, for an example. Okay, and all of these indicators down here are meant for you to give you a more three-dimensional view while you're trading, to obviously minimize the risk and to maximize your profit as well. So in conclusion, we can basically say that the Euro USD is far below the long-term moving average. It's currently in the buy zones, as you can see here. There is currently a divergence in who's in control, and the euro is trending upwards and the dollar is trending downwards, and the buyers are currently in control in the probability indicator. That's pretty much it. If you have any more questions regarding this template or anything else, please do not hesitate to check us out on www.dmbfx.com. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.